What is going on, everybody? I am actually very excited to be posting this video. This is not going to be, a Bible study. This is more tailored towards my business and the chiropractic side. So if you clicked on this and you're watching it and you're here for that, that's not what we're doing here. But if you are a chiropractor, okay, and you want to get a deeper dive into what we would call the new IG funnel, it's not necessarily new, but there's some new, um, how would I say this? There's new concepts of it, right? That can actually make the strategy more effective for you. So we're gonna break that down. I got my iPad up. We're gonna go ahead and draw it out and everything like that. Have fun. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. I'm also going to leave a link to book a one-on-one call with me. It's completely free. I'm just going to be completely upfront with you. This is a discovery call for me to ask questions, kind of get a sense of where you're currently at, where you're trying to get to, what are your goals. And ultimately, if I think you're a good fit for what I do, then I'll literally invite you to work with me. I have nothing to hide from you. So I'm just going to throw that out there, out the gate. Right. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the new IG funnel. So if some of you don't know what the IG funnel actually is, right, I'll kind of draw it right here. Let's just pretend this is a funnel. And the way that it works is we run IG ads, right? So IG ads that sends traffic to our IG profile, right? That will then earn follows, right? And then from there, we will message the followers and we will potentially get them booked. Okay. So that is the IG funnel. Some of you are very familiar with this. A lot of people are teaching this now, but here's something that they're probably not teaching you about the IG patient funnel, right? So I'm going to go ahead and erase all of this first before I get into it. Let me erase this. I don't know why it erased the full thing, but it's okay. We'll just draw it again. So here's the funnel. Okay. Now, oh, that's an ugly funnel. Let me draw a different funnel. So this is a funnel. Okay. So I went over what the IG patient funnel actually is and what it does. Okay. Now here's what most people don't understand about the funnel. This top part, it's broken into three different sections. Okay. So the top part is the awareness phase. Okay. Now, in the awareness phase, this is when someone sees your ad and they follow you. All right. Now, here's what you have to realize is I get a lot of clients and I get even just regular people that go, dude, I got, let's say, I got 20 new followers, right? And, only one to two of them actually replied, right? Okay. There's a reason for that. And the reason why is because these people, right, that followed you, these new followers, they are at the top of the funnel, which is the awareness phase. Now, what you have to understand about the awareness phase is they don't necessarily trust you fully, right? They just discovered you. You're basically a stranger, right? So when you reach out to them, don't expect to get a lot of people to reply back to you. That's fine. It's okay if a lot of people don't reply back to you because one, you have to remember they followed you in the first place. So they're there, right? They followed you. Um, and another thing too is, like I said, they don't trust you. They don't trust you fully yet. Now, am I saying every single person is like that? No, there are going to be people that when they follow you and you reach out, they're going to be like, "Hey, I want to book an appointment," and they end up booking. Right? You're going to get people that they're very open to replying back to you, even if they don't book, they'll reply to you. Right? That's going to happen, but it's going to be a very small proportion of people. I would say out of 100 messages that you send, you'll probably get anywhere between 5 to 10 responses. And if you get more, then good. Cool. That's awesome. But this is typically what you can expect with the strategy. Okay. 5 to 10 responses. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, like, geez, that's a lot. But you have to remember you're not going to be sending 100 messages a day because you're mainly sending messages to people that engage with your content and people that follow, right? That engage with their ads and people that follow. So that might be a minimum of like 10 to 20 new followers a day, right? So 10 to 20 messages a day. But just kind of keep that number in your head. Expect, hey, 100 DMs, 5 to 10 replies. Okay. Now, this isn't including bookings. If you want to talk about bookings, then we're going to go anywhere from five. Let me erase this really quick. Sorry. We're going to go from 5 to 10 replies. You'll probably get, out of those 5 to 10 replies, you'll probably get, I'll say, 1 to 4 booked. Okay. And if you get more, cool. Right. So that's what you can expect. And it's okay because we have to understand the nature of the strategy. Like I said, people, you haven't built enough trust with them yet. Right. Now, this is where the new IG funnel comes in, right? Because what usually happens is people go directly from the awareness phase all the way down to, hey, they're ready to become a patient immediately, right? And you have to understand there's a piece missing. What is that piece? That piece is going to be the middle of the funnel. This is usually where the strategy falls apart because you think, oh, all I need to do is run ads and reach out to people. Mainly, yeah, like that's a part of the strategy, but that's not all of the strategy. You're missing the meat and potatoes of the strategy, which is the middle of the funnel. What does the middle of the funnel do? This is where you're nurturing people. Okay, so let me go ahead and erase this, right? And let me put nurturing phase, right? So this is where you are going to nurture the people more with your content, usually, right? You're going to nurture them with content, right? You're going to follow up with them long term, right? Just checking on them, not trying to get them booked all the time. This is where you are going to build a tighter relationship with people and get them to know, like, and trust you more. I say it all the time, but for some reason, it just kind of goes over people's heads. People do not do business with people that they do not know, like, or trust. Okay. So when you're reaching out to these people that follow you, that are brand new followers, you're thinking that they already trust you enough to be able to become a patient right away. Right. And like I said, there are some people, there's going to be a small group of people that do already trust you. Right. But not the majority of them. Right? They still have to get a feel of who you are, what you do as a chiropractor. Not every chiropractor is the same, right? So you do that through your content. Okay. This is usually the missing piece that usually makes the strategy more effective. Because if you go and you look at clients like Dr. Stratton Polson, right? If you go look at clients like Dr. Mike, he's the combat chiro, right? You could go look at also Crafted Wellness Rehab, right? These guys, they're really good at building trust with their content really fast, right? And you can literally go take a look at it. They're genius with it. For example, Dr. Stratton Poulsen, let's use his for an example. I'll kind of give you like his take and his breakdown of what I've noticed with his content. So what Dr. Stratton usually does, and this is just from what I see, and Dr. Stratton, if you watch this and I'm wrong, tell me that I'm wrong. Okay. Tell me that I'm wrong in the comments. But what Dr. Stratton does is he runs the ads, so he runs the follower ads just like how we usually do. Okay. He gets people to the profile, people follow him. Okay. Now, what does he do from there? He posts content, and his content is actually really cool. Well, first and foremost, there's some boxes that he checks off. So, number one is going to be just he stand out, right? He's a sleeved up doc that is that is a ginger. That is a redhead. He's a sleeved up doc, right? Tattoo sleeved up. He has a super sick mustache, so he stands out immediately. Okay, so that's number one. I know that sounds goofy, but he even calls it the it factor because everybody has an it factor. It's just what is that it factor, right? So there's that. The second thing that he does is he teaches in his content. Who does he teach? He teaches other chiros, right? So the people that are following him, he's posting this content over and over and over again. Now, despite Dr. Stratton is also building an audience of like chiropractic students that are about to get into the chiropractic world. So he's educating them too as well. So he has a mix of those followers too. But he does get followers of people that are in his area as well, right? In his local area that are not chiropractors. And what happens is when they see videos and content of him teaching other chiropractors, he builds trust fast because why wouldn't you want to go to someone that is teaching what literally they do? You see what I'm saying? Like, I would trust a plumber, right? More than another plumber if I knew that this plumber is actually teaching other plumbers. You get what I'm saying? Because there's just something about teaching that gives us an immediate, oh, they know what they're doing, right? For the most part, right? Obviously, you got to listen to the teaching and see if it makes sense. But people don't understand chiropractic. So when they see his stuff, um, they see that and they're like, wow, this dude is legit. He's not some, random Cairo that, you know, is jacking people up. I don't know, right? Because he's very, very thorough with this teaching and the content, right? So that's what he does. Now, I'm not telling you guys to do this, okay, by any means, and I'm not finished yet, but I'm not telling you guys to do these things. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what the middle of his funnel looks like because Dr. Stratton is one of the clients where he doesn't necessarily have to DM people. People just automatically book. But that is because he's good with the middle of his funnel on Instagram. Okay. So that's another thing that he does. Another thing that he does is he posts his treatments. So he shows people how he treats people. He does that through his educational content too, but with his educational content, it's more broken down and usually on a specific area. With a full treatment, though, it's way different because now they're seeing him actually treating patients. So he stands out. Number one. Number two, he has content where he's teaching other chiros, which builds his authority and credibility and makes him well, not makes him look because he is an expert, but in the other person's eye says, oh, he's an expert. Okay. And then he posts his treatment that he does with his actual patients, right? So now they get to see, oh, how does he treat his patients though? Fully for the most part, right? And with that, he's really good at let me throw this in there. He's really good at capturing key moments, right? So obviously you don't want to force it. A tip that I can give you guys when it comes to capturing key moments is never force a key moment to happen. He told me this was a tip that he gave me and other Kairos is if you want somebody to give you a reaction, let after you're done adjusting a certain area, let them kind of sit there and don't say anything because that's when usually they're collecting their thoughts about how they feel. And if it's dead quiet and you're not doing anything yet, right? Like you're kind of pausing for a little bit and letting them kind of sit on it. Sometimes they will literally just come out and say, I really needed that. And honestly, that's all you need to capture. Like I'm not saying that that's all you need to capture, but as far as like the actual key moment. So within his adjusting content, his treatment videos, there are key moments that he will put in there of the patient reacting to the adjustment. Sorry, I almost knocked something down. Um, and that's huge because not only are they seeing him do the treatment and of course in their head they're going, oh my gosh, like I need that, but now they're seeing a reaction from the patient and now they're like, okay, yeah, like I want that, like I want that kind of, if they're reacting like that, it really must be doing something, it really must be helping them, right? So that's another thing that he does. Another thing that he does, and this is another one that a lot of even clients, I want to say, and other chiropractors are missing in their Instagram funnel, is this. I'm going to put it up here. Personable content. He does not just post content of what he does as a chiropractor. He also posted him taking trips, vacations with his wife. He posted pictures of him and his wife whenever they got married. He's always posting about his personal life, and usually it's on his stories. Some of you don't know this, but people, when they follow you, they can also see your stories too as well. And it's a lot easier to post in your Instagram stories too versus the feed, because in the stories it's more native, it's more on the spot is what I would say, right? It's nothing like on the feed where you really have to make it look as good as possible in order to kind of capture people's attention, because the way I want you to think about your grid on your profile is that is your billboard, right? So if your billboard looks like crap, it's not going to attract people, right? But for the stories, like I said, you don't have to make it look perfect. It can literally be selfie video style type of content, videos, right on the spot type things, right? So he's really good at posting personable content in his actual Instagram and in his funnel. And what that does is that builds even more trust now, because now he is showing his personal life, he is sharing his personal life with people. And what do I say? If people what know, like, and trust you, they are more than likely to do business with you. So he touches all of these within his funnel, and this is just his, right? There are other clients that do a really, really good job of this, right? But if anything, because I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because it's not supposed to be a super long video. It's supposed to be straight to the point. If you're implementing the IG patient funnel strategy and you're not necessarily getting the results that you want, I want you to watch this video over and over and over again until you understand, hey, it's probably the middle of my funnel that's messed up, right? The middle of my funnel isn't good enough. And that's the thing too as well, guys, is some of you are coming into this like it's supposed to be a short-term game. You see that I have some clients that get immediate results and you think, "Oh, this is just it's gonna be the same for me." And if you want me to be completely honest with you, I don't know if it's gonna be the same for you. I've had clients where they didn't get that much results with it. I'm just gonna be completely upfront with you. I have nothing to hide. We don't know if this is actually going to work for you. What matters is we have to implement it to see if it's going to work for you, right? And then you go from there. You make the decision from there to keep doing it or not, as far as, hey, should I keep implementing the strategy or should I just kind of take a break? Or hey, maybe you're the type of practice in your area, in your market, you're the type of practice that maybe you only get like 5 a month, maybe anywhere between 5 to 10. It just depends, right? You could be a clinic where you're getting kind of like Dr. Stratton, anywhere from 40 to 50 new patients a month, right? I don't know. But what I do know is usually whenever you aren't implementing the full funnel, that includes the middle, which is the content side of things, you're definitely not going to get results. If you are missing any parts of this funnel, you should not expect results from this strategy. Straight up, right? So that's it. That's all I wanted to share with you guys. I know I was being a little tough in this video, but I feel like sometimes people need that to understand, like, one, like, I'm trying to come across and be completely honest with you about the strategy. This is not a short-term strategy. This is a long-term strategy that you continue to implement over and over and over again, despite of what month 6 looks like versus month 2. This is something that is long term. It's building your brand, it's building your awareness in your community. So down the line, you are the go to. You are one of the go to chiropractors, if not the go to chiropractor in your area. Dr. Stratton was the first one to get into the strategy in Dallas, Texas. He is the one in Dallas, Texas, for the most part, that is the most successful, but that's because he was the first one in Dallas, Texas to implement the strategy. And he's been around longer than all the other clients that are now implementing it that are in Dallas. So, yeah, he has more success because he's been around longer. And he's doing everything correctly too as well. He's following the funnel and he does not let up on it, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and end with that. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and put a link below so that you guys can book a 45-minute discovery call with me. Like I said, on this call, we're gonna break down your funnel. We're gonna see what you're doing. We're gonna see what your goals are and see if you're a good fit for what I do. And if you are, then we'll literally move forward and we'll start working with each other. And I will help you implement this funnel the correct way. Okay, in the more effective way. Now, I'm going to say this again because I am completely upfront. I have nothing to hide. Okay. I do not know if it is going to work at the same extent of Dr. Stratton Polson's or other clients that are crushing it, right? I don't know. What we have to do is we have to start in order to see how it's going to look for your practice. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that link below. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to actually watch this too as well. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned. I'm going to keep posting more content just like this to help you grow your practice using Instagram. But other than that, you guys stay blessed and have a good day.